been around 5 years since I last did a video on my Mini Medi First Aid Kit, so I figure we're about due for an update. So we'll call this one Mini Medi version 2.0. If you've been watching my videos for a while now, you know that oftentimes I'll include one of these everyday carry size first aid kits. So I'll include it with my EDC in a pocket, for example, and also in various kits. So an EDC backpack, maybe a go bag, a diaper bag, purse, you name it. Oftentimes I'll include one of these Mini Medi first aid kits, which I make in bulk. So what I thought I'd do for this video is show you an update to some of the gear that I've been including in my Mini Medi kits, that they're always changing. We'll also construct a few new ones, and at the end of the video we'll give away those ones that we just constructed. So let's get started with this video now, featuring the Mini Medi version 2.0. These Mini Medi first aid kits provide a basic set of first aid supplies for EDC purposes. So nothing too major in here. You can't fit anything extremely large, but just small first aid items. It's around the size of a smartphone, as you see here. I've recently upgraded the bags that I've been using. Well, actually not recently, over the past few years I've been using it, to the iFAK bags. Previously I was using some inexpensive craft bags that I could buy in bulk. The problem that I was having with those is that over time they would start ripping in the seams and I would lose the items that were in these Mini Medi kits, which I didn't like. So over the past few years I've been upgrading to the iFAK bags, which are a lot more expensive, but they're a lot more durable too. I go with the size for the iPhone, which is a 3x6 bag, and it just they last for much longer, and I don't have to worry about them ripping or anything like that. Also, they're much more waterproof. So I'm just going to take all the items out of this first aid kit, and we'll talk about all of them in detail, and then we'll start constructing some new ones. Here are all the items that were stored in that small Mini Medi kit. So as you can see, it's kind of a boo-boo kit. We have small band-aids, triple antibiotic ointment, alcohol swabs, but we also have some of the modern wound dressings, which we've talked about in other videos. So I'm just going to start going through all the items one by one. I'll do some close-up overlays of the items, and then as always I've included a PDF document that you can download by clicking the link in the description box below. It has a list of everything that's included in this particular Mini Medi kit with direct hyperlinks to where I actually purchased them from. So let's just get right down to it. The first item is a single sheet of 3M Steri-Strip reinforced skin closures. So these are designed if you have a cut, for example, a large cut, and in a replacement of sutures or staples or anything like that. Basically, you're going to be putting these Steri-Strips over the wound, and it's very good for less trauma, and it has better cosmetic results at the end. So a single sheet of Steri-Strip. Next, I have a few feet of medical tape, and this is used for various purposes, and instead of having the roll of it in there, I've wrapped it around a cut-up business card, I believe, and that allows it to be able to store flat in the Mini Medi kit. So, some medical tape. Next, we have some Curad Blood Stop. This is non-irritating biocompatible gauze, and the gauze, when it comes into contact with blood, it turns into a gel-like substance, and it acts in less than a minute. So we're talking for cuts, abrasions, nosebleeds, and this is just for stopping blood, so Curad. Next, I have a single individual packet of Manuka Honey. Manuka Honey is awesome stuff. Google it, check it out. It's really, really great. It can be used for all sorts of different things. For damage caused by bacteria, anti-inflammatory. You can put it on burns. If you want to stop infections, you could even eat it. So this is just a single packet of it. You could buy it in a box, and you have to kind of watch for it to go on sale because they sell fast online from what I've been noticing. But so many different uses that you could use Manuka Honey for. The main purpose I have it in this particular kit is for burns. So a single packet of Manuka Honey. Next, I have a Cpr Mask. This is a very thin one that you could get individually. You can find them at REI. It provides the instructions on the back there. I take a CPR class every 12 to 18 months. I think this particular brand is pronounced Laerdal, and I just really like it because it's individually wrapped and it folds thin. And I usually have this stored on the outside of the Mini Medi, so it's easily visible too. So a CPR mask. Let's breeze through these next few items. So I have some alcohol swabs, some sting relief, and some triple antibiotic ointment. I've been liking using the BD brand of the alcohol swabs. I find that they're a little thicker, they have a lot more moisture in them, and they just work well. So I get these by the box. Next, we have triple antibiotic ointment. I usually pick these up at REI for the individual packets of them, and this could be used in conjunction with the honey if you need be. So if I didn't want to open up that honey packet, I could just use the triple antibiotic ointment for some wounds. And then also just a single sting relief for insect bites, so antiseptic pain reliever. So some sting relief. Next, I have a single 3M Cavalon no sting barrier. This is basically a sting-free, alcohol-free, a liquid barrier film that dries really quickly over a wound, and it provides a breathable, transparent coating on the skin to help protect it. So I just have a single one of these. You could buy them by the box, and they work really nice. So some Cavalon no sting barrier film. Next, I include several different Band-Aids. So the particular Band-Aids that I've been using in my kits are the ones that you could get from REI. I usually get them in one of these adhesive bandage refill kits. And I usually keep several in there, and oftentimes I'll also include some kid-friendly bandages just because they look a little cooler for the kids. So some single bandages. I also include one knuckle bandage. I also include more of a specialized Band-Aid. This one's designed for advanced healing for blisters on the fingers and toes. It's kind of a multi-purpose bandage. It's waterproof. It has a better adhesive to it. It has cushioning in the gel pad to help relieve pain for protecting from blisters. So instead of having blister pads, I've been using these Band-Aids that are waterproof, and they could also be used for multiple things. Start going through some of those modern wound dressings, starting off first with the 3M Tegaderm film. So on the Mountain RN's videos, he talked about dressing your wound as you would dress yourself when going on hiking outdoors, for example. So for your clothing, you would have usually a base layer, a thermal layer, and a shell layer. Well, that Tegaderm film kind of serves as the shell layer to a wound. And basically, it's a breathable dressing. It's impenetrable from liquids, from bacteria, viruses. It has a good adhesion to the skin. It's basically to help protect that wound from anything coming from the outside. So some Tegaderm film. And last, we have two of the Mepilex border dressings. So we have a light version, and then we have the normal border dressing. And these are just awesome modern wound dressings. They're shower-proof. It requires minimal dressing changes, for example, so you can have these on for several days before changing them. They're easy to replace when you do need to change them. Just a lot of great stuff about it. I've included all that information in the PDF document. So Mepilex bordered light dressing and the regular dressing. Those were all the items that were included in this particular version of the Mini Medi, although every Mini Medi that I make seems to be a little bit different. Sometimes I also include some gauze pads in there. Also, I might include some Aquacel, either the Extra or the AG. Also, every once in a while I'll include just kind of more of a pharmacy type kit, so with some pills and stuff like that. But for this particular one, I just had bandages in there. Now that you've seen all the items that were included in that particular version of the Mini Medi kit, let's replicate that kit. We'll make 3 new Mini Medis, and then at the end of this video, we'll give them away in a quick little flash giveaway contest. Let's get started. Here are the 3 Locksack bags that we'll be using for these Mini Medi kits. I just realized that I forgot to pick up 3 additional CPR face shields. So let's just construct these without the face shields in there, and when we ship the giveaway contest winners, I'll make sure that I include those face shields in there. Individual packets of the Manuka Honey seem to go fast online, so if you ever see them on sale for around $29 for the packet, that's usually the deal that I get them for. Oftentimes the prices will spike. Some sting relief for blisters. Some triple antibiotic ointment. And last, some Band-Aids. Let's start off first with the knuckles and several Band-Aids. Let's start putting them together. One down, 2 more to go. Just 2. All right, so we just replicated this original Mini Medi version 2.0, so we have 3 additional ones here. Normally I try to put a decal on them just to indicate that it's some kind of first aid kit. I originally got these from a subscriber who was very kind back in 2012 for me, but it looks like I'm running out of the ones that say Mini Medi and first aid. I may just put the iFAK one on these particular ones, even though it's a little bit of smeared over here. But normally I try to put some kind of indication that it's a first aid kit. That completes the replication of the Mini Medi kits. Again, these are designed for everyday carry purposes, so to keep one of these in your pocket, for example, or in a backpack, maybe even combine it with a tourniquet, for example, for providing extra medical capabilities. And that might be a good setup for EDC purposes. That's going to do it for this video featuring the Mini Medi version 2.0. Again, we replicated that original first aid kit that we showed at the beginning of the video to 3 new ones, which I'll be giving away. And this particular version of the Mini Medi features all the latest and greatest gear that I've been including in my first aid kits with regard to the locksack bag, some of the upgrades to the medical items in here, like those modern wound dressings. I used to have a label on the back side of the Mini Medi kit that had an itemized list of everything that was included in this particular kit, although I found that it quickly became obsolete because I'm always changing out the different items that are in here. So I stopped including it, although I'll probably reintegrate it at a later time. So again, I'd like to give away all 3 of these particular kits. So all you have to do for this giveaway contest is just leave a comment below in the comment section regarding this particular video, and the comment could be about whatever you want. So you could just say nice video, you could have some recommendations for additional items to include in here. I'm just going to select my 3 favorite comments in the comment section after 72 hours of the posting of this video. So leave your comments below in the comment section. Also make sure you download that PDF document if you're interested in any of the specific items that were included in this video. And I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it featuring the Mini Medi version 2.0. See you guys next time.